Heritage Sports Podcast, and we have a great episode for you today. We're getting into Deion Sanders building a multi-million dollar media company right before our eyes. It's really amazing to see that he's building this or has built this in real time, and now they're starting to scale. And at the end of this video, oh my gosh, I'm going to give you all a bombshell, something that I'm going to bring you behind the curtain, and it's not anything you want to miss. So I'm going to break it down each step by step on what him and his family are doing. They are building a sports media empire, and I don't mean this in any disrespect. It's much like watching the Kardashians, but a sports version of this. You look at some of the key drivers. Now he has the show Coach Prime on Amazon Prime, and the prior seasons that were on the Barstool Sports YouTube channels. So he has the show, he has the social media following, and for the last 3 or 4 years, he's shown you how he's taken free content and monetized that through his various channels. Now, the channels I'm going to talk to you about are the Well Off Media, Reach the People Media, Shedeur Sanders YouTube channel, Shilo Sanders YouTube channel, the Pregame YouTube channel, Coach Prime's IG reel, Travis Hunter's YouTube channels, and he even has a shoot off of that Travis and Leanna, the couple's YouTube channel. Now, one of the things I noticed under Travis Hunter's YouTube channels from very early on, they say that it's managed by members of the Sanders family. And in a recent video, Deion Jr. broke it all the way down. They work on these channels together. And you could tell, throughout the various channels, sometimes they have the same content or the similar content, but they record the content as they're filming and it goes on a shared cloud storage. And that is then distributed and shared and edited and then posted on the various channels, including IG. It's an incredible thing. You have all of this content that can be repurposed and not copywritten, copyright striked, and put out on various channels to be monetized each and every time. So let's start with the big component. What drives this? What have they built up that allows all of these channels to get traffic? Coach Prime has 3.1 million followers on IG alone. Then he has 1.5 million followers on Twitter. One push and he has been able to promote these channels with millions of impressions. Millions. So although it's a means to recruit, I mean, that's the primary arm of it. It is the stuff he's going to do anyway. And now he has the ability to monetize it. And they've come up with a great masterful plan to monetize it. He has his daily life, which is content anyway. Now you add in his college athlete kids, the players at the facility, his multi-million-dollar job, the hundreds of $1 million facility he works at, and access to Colorado's private jet, the coaches that work for Colorado, the 100 plus players. It's just a lucrative endeavor to lean into, and it's 100% his money or money for the kids. Now, I want to go back to the IG and the Twitter just as far as what I was talking to you about. He has the ability to take his main driver, which is his social media following. It could be for recruiting, but he's also pushing traffic to monetize channels. And you could just look at it. Look at the tweets that I've been able to show. Retweeting Deion Sanders Jr. We just dropped a new video on YouTube. Deion Sanders' first recruiting weekend of 2023. That was looked at 65,000 times. It made 65,000 impressions on Twitter alone. People click that link and watch that video, or they put it to save to watch later. It's a fantastic thing. That's automatic. That's additional traffic to whatever, plus in addition to whatever is on YouTube anyway. He had his friend Uncle Luke come by, and then that was talked about. He was able to retweet Uncle Luke's visit there, which is also on YouTube, that people were able to see and watch and consume. And by the way, these are videos being dropped the same day, but I'll get to a little bit of that later. Now you go to the recruiting arm, Colorado Buffalo football. He did a video with the person who takes care of Ralphie, or one of the people that takes care of Ralphie, which is the mascot, the live mascot of the Colorado Buffaloes. So they tweeted that, he retweeted it, and then that got over 600,000 impressions on Twitter alone. People are watching that. They, as soon as he tweets that, he sends that traffic to YouTube, to the monetized channels, whether it's Colorado or his own various channels. Now you look at the Coach Prime show. Snoop Dogg came. A Code Sweet Prime Video and Coach Prime. Snoop Dogg came to show up and show out. Episodes 3 and 4 of Coach Prime just dropped. Now it's going over to Amazon Prime. He's sending the traffic to Amazon Prime. Monetize absolute platforms that he's getting some kind of commission off of, some kind of money back on, or it's just all independent. It's all his money and his family's money. It's really brilliant. Then that tweet alone got 111,000 impressions. Now Snoop retweets it. Got to support my guy Coach Prime on Prime Video, out now, and he adds everyone on there. Coach Prime retweeted that, and in addition to what Snoop's followers are, and that's just that's his friends pushing their fans to monetizable platforms. It's a really beautiful setup. And then he goes and retweets again, breaking news: Deion Sanders admits one of his biggest fears. That's fantastic. He has him and Snoop running with it looks like a little bison or a little bronco, one of the two. But that was just a video of him talking with the person that takes care of Ralphie. So again, he's absolutely dropping those videos to his audience, whether it's 3.1 million or 1 point whatever million followers on Twitter or on IG, and people are automatically watching it. It's a freaking machine, and I absolutely love watching this in real time. It's beautiful. So this is all easy, everyday content to record. I'm sure it's kind of hard following everyone and everyone always seeing a camera, but when they get it down and get it to a science like they have, it's just like, a 9 to 5, or you just up and doing something for parts of the day. So 1 million views is, let me just back up. Through their various channels, it's like watching a reality athlete show throughout the day. And that's what I meant by the Kardashian thing. You just sit down, open up your YouTube channels, and you'll see all these suggested videos, and they're all from the various channels. He's even said, hey, please go follow this channel. Please go watch this video at Reach the People Media. That type of thing is just lucrative for himself and his family. It's a beautiful thing to watch real time. So it's a really unique view. Tune in to see what's happening in Boulder on one video. Deon's house shopping in another. Shilo's transferring. Shedeur's driving around the city looking for a place to live. Well Off and Reach the People Media are covering the day-to-day, including recruiting. And then you look at the pregame, still going to be a part of their social media empire and doing exclusive interviews. And I'm sure that's going to continue into the fall, going into some of these games. And it's quite the media arm they're building and monetizing. They are aligned for big checks, especially that it will get even more lucrative if Colorado wins. So CU wins, it's going to be big bags in 2023 and beyond for the Sanders family. They have to just keep the main thing, and keep winning. But honestly, it's a masterclass. It's a masterclass at driving traffic to monetize channels. If they did a seminar on social media presence, I would sign up. I really would. They have put shared content and scaled it so much. And it's just going to be easy coverage going into the games next year. And if they win, it's going to be great. And I'm getting to the bombshell in 1 second. One of the, many surprises, Coach Prime was on the national championship coverage tonight. He let them know that they would, in fact, not open up the season. Colorado is not going to open up the season against the national championship runner-up, TCU. They're actually going to open up in week 0 against Arizona State. That's going to, wherever that game is, that's going to be great content leading up into the national championship runner-ups and how they got to prepare that week and prepare to really put their name on the map. It's absolutely unbelievable. But cool. All right, now it is time for the bombshell. I know that's what everyone's been waiting on. Look, I'm going to bring you behind the curtain on YouTube. So, and I don't want to everybody to say, "Oh, this is exactly what's happening," because things can change. So, depending on YouTube's advertisers, and this is just YouTube alone. I'm not counting their endorsements. I'm not counting their NIL deals. I'm not counting what they get from Instagram. Like, you get paid for Instagram, especially if you have a lot of traction with your reels. You're going to get a check every month or every however, every few weeks. But on YouTube, you get paid every month, once a month, once your channel is monetized. All right. So get this: 1 million views, depending on ad revenue alone, can be mid to high four figures. And it could be five, because if your channel has a lot of traction and you're getting 1 million views, it could be in the five figures, easy. So I'm assuming they get high views, so their advertisers are paying at a premium anyway. So per 1,000 views or whatever the ads are, skip ads, they are looking at a lot of money. But just to make it simple, if they're doing this a day, I want y'all to understand it's 1 million views over all their various channels. They're doing like 9K a day, and that's on the conservative side. This is me just being conservative. 9K a day within over a month. So a typical month is 30 days. So 9K times 30 is $270,000 a month. I'm gonna go over that one more time. Bombshell. 9K times 30 is $270,000 a month. They could be making that a day, folks. I'm not even kidding. And I mean, that's still conservative, but I'm gonna bring it down for you. Say it's slow, all right? Conservative months, like for right now, in February and March, it's just gonna be spring ball. Not a lot may be going on. They do 5,000 times 30. That's still 150K for the conservative months. 150K a month. Again, that's not including their endorsements like Oko's Yogurt or Under Armour or selling their own merch. So I see why Deion Jr. is not worried about joining the Colorado staff in an official capacity. It's too much YouTube money. Because Deion came out the other day and he said, Coach Prime was like, I don't know if there was just rumors that led to it or whatever the case may be. It was saying that Deion Jr. was supposed to join the Colorado staff in official capacity, and for whatever reason, it didn't happen. And he brought life to it. Coach Prime just went out and said, look, if he joins the university, he's not going to be able to post as much. They have to make sure it's compliant with all their policies and guidelines, and they wouldn't be able to do as much as they're doing because they're putting out a lot of content each and every day. So he basically said he's enjoying his YouTube money too much. And I can see why. I can literally see why. This is a lot of money they are generating, generational wealth, not only for Coach Prime himself, but his family members. It's incredible. So they if they typically do like 100,000 views for a video within a day. So they're dropping more than one video a day on multiple channels. So it's not far fetched to say they're making 1 million views a day. So that's the bombshell. 100, and then again, we're doing this conservatively. If they make $5,000 a day times 30 days, that's $150,000. You times that over a year's time, 150,000 times 12, that's $1.8 million alone. Not counting everything else, not counting IG, not counting endorsements. It's a masterclass. It really, really is, and I'm quite impressed. And we're seeing this real time, and he's getting his family involved, and they're scaling at such a high pace. They're giving people exclusive behind the scenes content. It's based in recruiting, but now you can see it's monetizing and taking care of the whole family. That's $1.8 million, and it's all independent. That's all YouTube. Like my boy Dolph would do. We just got to put our music out on YouTube, and we're gonna get paid. That's all that is. So dang near $2 million just for filming. And that's keeping everybody's money in pockets. And they're able to keep the main thing, which is winning, and the bag is just gonna get bigger once they win. And they're able to monetize even more. They get so many eyes on them at a higher level it's going to be insane. And it all started at Jackson State University. You saw it. They brought this content to monetized forms. Then they dominated. Then they elevated. They elevated to Amazon Prime, and now you have all these channels, all independent, making money. I applaud his family. I applaud him. They're doing so many good things, and it's a pleasure to see this in real time and to be able to cover this kind of video. Until next time, Heritage Sports.